Hello, and welcome back. Welcome back to Modded Inc. It's episode 29. It's another day, another mod. That's right, yesterday we did the power. Today we're unlocking Botania. That's right, we are gonna be working on Botania. I did switch into my inventory because I had Botania search and then I removed it to search something else and I was like, ooh, I'll do this lovely. Ooh, Botania. Look, but there's nothing in my inventory. Anywho, today we're gonna start with Botania mod, which should be fun. Now, again, full disclaimer, I'm not the best at this mod. I know very little about this mod, and based on my tiny little understanding of this mod, well, today's episode is gonna be around that, the tiniest of the understanding of my mod. Now, the first thing that I think I should make is a pouch. That's exactly what I was searching for, by the way. So this is a flower pouch, not the seed one. We need the flower one. So we need what? 5 wool and a petal of some kind. Well, we do have the flower. I don't know if the flower would work or do we just need to make it into a petal. Let's find out. And as to the wool, I think I should get it from a man here somewhere. Yes, there, him, this guy. Unless it's a specific dyed wool, in which case it is not going to be fun. Now, was it this? How was it? Yep, it was this, except that we require, I think, a petal. Yep, there we go, perfect. So that is the flower pouch inside of which we can place every single flower. So basically the idea is we want more or less every single flower and a lot of these purely so that we can have a lot of the petals. Everything in this mod is gonna revolve around these petals and stuff, like, you know, around the flowers, because, well, it's a botany. Well, not a botany per se, but a botanical mod. So these things are gonna be the most important. Now, how do we get them? I think, and again I could be wrong, but I think when you bone meal different terrain, there is a chance that these might grow, or maybe there isn't after all. Yeah, it's only the normal flowers growing, not our. Or you could grow it this way, I guess. What did I just get? Oh, right. Oh, because it went directly into this. Ah, see, we get a tall mystical flower. Okay. So using bone meal around it also doesn't seem to work, which means I will have to either find them in the wild or something. Is that how it works? Well, you got 2 of these, which is perfect. So at any point, if you find them, you bone meal them and you break them so that you can get 2 of them, and then you can, you know, just harvest one of them, or as in use one of them at least for purposes. Oh, we already had the tall mystical purple thing. We didn't need a second one. Is that the purple again? That is the purple again. This one is the blue. Perfect. So we'll take the blue. We might also get the normal ones, which is these ones right here, which for some reason did not go in. That was weird. But this one did. See, it's sometimes weird, the mods and how they work. But anywho, that is what? 2 of them that we have found. We need a lot more. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to roam around trying to get these flowers. And once we have all of them, that is when we can start working. So let me gather some more of these and then we shall be back. Well, as it turns out, I kind of did not have to do all of the roaming around that I just did to find these flowers. At least, well, I remembered it now, so that will save me some, you know, efforts. But as it turns out, I knew there was some kind of a bone meal which grew this. Well, yes, there is. You just need to make the floral fertilizers, and these will grow those types of, you know, flowers. So I just need to mix our normal bone meal with a bit of dye, and well, oh, it's almost as if I knew that we were gonna be using a lot of dye. So here we are with the dye. Let me mix it up. We have a bone meal and this, which makes a floral fertilizer. And if I'm not mistaken, this, yep, there you go. This will always create all of these botany related flowers. So, yep, that's perfect. That's what we needed. Now, obviously, it will take a while for me to get all of these, but well, the process at least has been, you know, simplified. Now, all I need to do is, you know, and voila. That's 15 of them. I don't think you'd require more than 15 though. Let's see, let's see. Although over here I need to keep my magnet off. There you go. It's just think we might have it all. I might as well use this up. It also, I do love the particle effects which it gives off, you know, the bone meal thingy when you use it on the ground. Rather nice. Like see, this. Definitely good stuff. But that has been all of the petals, I would assume. Perfect. What do we not have? We do not have one of these, which should be too tall of the mystical thing, so we don't care. Well, we have one of each of them, so that is perfect. I think that is what is required. And as of course, as and when we need more, we can always come here and make more. That's not an issue whatsoever. So that is great. Going back, that was thing number 1 that we needed. A lot of these. Now what is the next thing that we require? Well, most of the things related to Botania, like I said, sure, they will require the petals, but where will the petals go? Well, the petals will go into something called a petal apothecary, which is kind of hard to pronounce, the second word at least. Petal apothecary thingy. Now, the way it works is next thing that we require is a daisy of some sort, white daisy or pure daisy as it is called. Now, I can't. Well, maybe let's not do that. Let's do it this way. There you go. We require a pure daisy for which we need to put in 4 white petals. Okay, that should be easy, I hope. Okay, of course, it's the white one which we have the least of. That is fine actually. I completely missed out. Wow. Couldn't have been worse. I completely missed that stupid flower I did. Great. Didn't it break 2 of them for me? How could it have been only 1? I don't get it. It is weird. But you can break this. You get the 2x tall mystical flowers, right? But this shows only 1. How? Where is the other one going? I don't understand. That is so weird. Although from the tall one we can get 4. But I don't know if you can replicate it in some way. Nope, you always get the 2x tall mystical flower, which somehow always becomes a 1x tall mystical flower instead of the 2x. It makes no sense to me, honestly. Where does that other one go? Is that like a cut which is taken by like overlords of this thing? I don't know. But well, we basically just need the 4, so we might as well use this up. We require 4 of them. Oh, okay, now I remember how it worked. Lol. Okay. See, I called it already that I have forgotten how this mod works and I haven't looked it up because I could easily just Google this stuff and do that, but where's the fun in that? I remember now that it was very easy to make these things. All you need to do is, if I'm low on something, for example, we are low on this light one. Well, that is 2. You plant those 2, you bone meal, and voila. You get those things. Perfect. I completely forgot about that. But, well, it's coming back to me now, so that is nice to know. Yes, this should give us 4 of these, which I think you throw in here. Yeah, see? You switch off the... Or maybe you need to first add in water. Yes, you add in the water, you throw in 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then I think you need to right click with a seed, which we have. Or you throw in a seed, you throw in the seed. Perfect, there you go. So that is a pure daisy, which is the most important thing which required, if you will. There you go. That is a white daisy, and I don't think you can replicate it, obviously. I mean, if you want to replicate, you can always make it. But this doesn't get used up, so we don't really need to replicate it. Now, what this does is, if I put 1, 2, 3, 2... Does it have to be 1 close? It has to be 1 close, okay. My bad, my bad. See, I've forgotten that as well. But if I do this, and we wait for a second for the shimmering to do its shimmering thingy. And there we go. We get living wood, which is the basis of a lot of items. in Botania. So now that we have gotten this, also this takes a lot of time, so I might have to set up some type of a farm, like wherein we have like 15, 20 of these, and then just, lines of, you know, what are these logs? Yeah, lines of logs, which then get converted, and then at some point, I might put in observers so that once the observer gets triggered, we can break off those logs and stuff. We can make a mechanical farm for this, sure. But the reason why this is also great is if I could get a bit of stone, and I think it works with stone if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it does. Okay, so that was the living wood log. Now let's wait for this stone shimmering thingy to get done. And there we go. Look at that. This is living rock, which is the second component. So we have living wood and we have living rock, two important components of this, Botania mod, if you will. Also, I think, yeah, it used up the water. Damn, I gotta get some more water. But two very important stuff. Now, why is it important? Let me show you what can we do with both of these things, especially the living rock, if I'm not mistaken, is, yeah, that is going to be fun. So next thing we need is, let me directly make this. We need a mana pool, which is all just this. Perfect. Look at that. Achievement unlocked, a vivid wave. So this is a mana pool. This stores mana. Mana is something that we can generate and use for a lot of purposes inside of this Botania mod, which should be amazing. Like some of the things are just insane. For example, if you use the mana infusion, you put grass, you get some seeds out of it. You use other catalysts with it, you put in diamond, you get some weird stuff out of it, like put in quartz, you get mana infused quartz and stuff, sure. But then you start using the alchemy catalysts and stuff onto this mana pool. Look at that. From the blaze rods, you can make another ward. If you have like way too many blaze rods on a blaze farm. From a book and quill, you can make a name tag. There are some insane. You can use the popped chorus fruits, a little bit of mana, put it inside the mana, use the alchemy catalyst, and voila, you have yourself chorus flowers. Dirt becomes coarse dirt without needing to use any kind of, gravel and stuff. If you don't have gravel, that is, of course, that's a very stupid recipe to have. Like, but whatever. Hey, you never know when it might come in handy. See, rotten flesh becomes leather. Poisonous potatoes becomes potatoes. It is amazing. This mod is lovely. So now that we have the mana pool and we have the other things, well, you might think, let's start with it. But well, as you saw, we can't really start with it, can we? We need the alchemy catalyst and stuff. So now the catalyst may be a little bit harder to get, is what I think, because we need like a mana pearl, for which we need to first make mana. Now you might think, okay, he's talking a lot about this mana stuff. What is mana? Why is mana? How you get mana? Where is the mana? I know, see no mana. Well, let us show off some other flowers. Now you have seen these flowers, sure, but there are some different types of flowers like these. If you see, look at that. We already saw the pure daisy, which was a lovely contraption that we had, but now we have generating flowers like these. You have thermal lilies, you have rosa arcana, you have munch dew, endoflame. I think there's an exoflame as well, if I'm not mistaken. There's a lot of stuff. Entropium, yes. There is Kekimurus, there is Gormalis, there is something else. I can't even say a lot of these names. Like, I can try, but I know it's gonna be awful, so I'm not even gonna bother pronouncing them. Like, this is the exoflame one. But I think the most basic one would be the endoflame thingy, for which we need brown petal, red petal, and light gray petal. So let us pull out the brown petal. What else did it say? I've already forgotten. Light gray, I think it was light gray. Yep, light gray. And crap, what was it? Brown, light gray, and red. Yes, perfect. So red. Lovely. I think I should just make a lot of petals beforehand and then start with other stuff, because like otherwise it just like all the time I need to keep on making flowers. But anyway, First things first, we put in this, we put in one of, okay, so also the recipe is kind of important, of course, so let's see. 2 brown, 1 light gray and 1 red. So we put in 2 brown, 1 light gray, 1 red. Voila. And then we put in the seed. Well, look at that. Electric magic. What does that do? Well, let's put the endo flame over here. Let us have a coal over here. Now, if I put the coal on this, please tell me this is the. There you go. This is the correct one. It is generating mana right now. Well, it doesn't look like it is because you need a lot of whole different other contraptions. But basically, these flowers and the other one flowers, anything which has generating flower will generate, mana. The ways of them generating is very different. For example, the endo flame will have anything combustible around it. It will use it, it will combust it, and then it will produce a little bit of mana. With the few of them that I do know, I think the Rosa Arcana that we just saw, which I cannot find now. But where in the world did I scroll off to? The Rosa Arcana, the 10 blue orbs in the corner, I think that has to do with XP, if I'm not mistaken. So this Rosa Arcana would take up your XP and convert that into mana, which is one of the most easily, like the best used one, I think. We also have Munch Dew, which literally, because it says does this count as cannibalism? Yeah, it actually eats up other generating flowers and converts them into mana, which is like technically cannibalism, I guess. We have Thermalily, which probably uses fire or lava or something. I'm not 100% sure. We have Entropinium, which basically, I think that is the one which has, like, it absorbs blasts from TNT and stuff and converts that into mana, which is like rather, amazing. The Kakimurus is amazing, and the flower is a lie is a lovely callback to thing, because this basically eats cakes. So if you put cakes around it, it will eat the cake every now and then, and it will produce mana. And obviously, we all know that the cake is a lie. So in here it says the flower is a lie, which I love. The Gormalis will eat different types of food, and based on what you feed it, I think it produces a different amount of mana and stuff. So yeah, there's a lot of generating power flowers basically. Now, it generated stuff, but it didn't go into the mana pool now, did it? No, because in order for us to have it go inside the mana pool, we require something else. What is it that we require? Well, we need a mana spreader. There you go, this thing. Now for that, we require living wood, a copper, and any of the brown petal thingies and whatever the hell. So I think we should have all of these items, because copper I think we should have. So voila. Well, there you go. This is a mana spreader which you can place, say, for example, alright, I'm gonna move this area, of course. We're not gonna have it be here. But if I place this here, basically this mana spreader would kind of work in the way that this endo flame will put its mana into this, and this mana spreader will spread the mana into wherever I have bounded it. So for example, and the way we can see all that is, let me actually, I just realized I haven't created those things. I think these are called, yeah, the living wood twigs, which can then be made into I forget what it was called. Huh. That is the wand of the forest. There you go. That is what we require. So we'll make a few living wood twigs. There you go. Oh, we need more. Well, that's completely fine. We have this lovely daisy here. Let's make up a few more of these. And then once we have done that, I will show you what exactly the living wood twig and all that nonsense that I'm talking about is. A little while later, as we were waiting for other stuff to happen, we have made the Wand of Forest already. Now, the Wand of Forest has two modes. One is the bind mode, and if I shift and right click, it becomes a function mode. So let us see what the bind. Okay, also by the way, this helps us out see how much mana is anywhere. So for example, if I right click here and I right click here, I think that is how it works. No, is it the function mode that is supposed to do that? I can't remember. Wait. How does this work? Alright, you have to shift and right click. Gotcha. So you shift right click and shift right click this. So now if you see, voila, we have a little bit, obviously, the tiniest amount of mana inside, but successfully we have generated mana. And that is what this whole thing is about. Now, if I throw this in and I use this here, you'll be able to see this has started generating a bit of mana, which went in here. As you can see, the mana increasing, which is the green thing. And then, voila, it would start going inside here. Now, it doesn't look like much because it isn't much. Like one singular flower with one singular coal cannot really produce anything good. Like it's gonna be very less. So we need a lot of the flowers so that we can actually produce a decent amount of mana. Also, I might have chosen the wrong place to show all this because of the constant villager noises in the background. Maybe I should move it. I guess we should move it a little bit. But yes, you got the point. But I think that's it for this episode. I hope you did have fun. It was nice, at least dipping our toes into the mana infused Botania, if you will. But yeah, that is it for this episode. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, etc. etc. I shall see you in the next one then. Bye bye.